Good morning children. Welcome to the 11th standard zoology class. The new chapter Kingdom Animalia. மிஸ் ஏன் புலி வச்சு நின்றுட்டு இருக்காங்கன்னு பார்க்குறீங்களா? ஏன்னா நம்ம கிங்டம் அனிமாலியை பற்றி படிக்க போகிறோம். ஒவ்வொரு அனிமல்ஸை பற்றி நம்ம படிக்க போகிறோம். நம்மளோட தேசிய விலங்கு என்னென்னா புலி தான். சயின்டிஃபிக் நேம் ஆஃப் புலி என்னென்னா பேந்திரா டைக்ரஸ். இந்த நம்மளோட தேசிய விலங்கு ஒரு என்டேஞ்சர் ஸ்பீஷிஸ். என்டேஞ்சர் ஸ்பீஷிஸ்னால் ஸ்பீஷிஸ் விச் ஆர் இன் த வேர்ஜ் ஆஃப் எக்ஸ்டிங்ஷன், அழிந்து வரக்கூடிய விலங்கினங்கள். சர்வதேச புலிகள் தினம் எப்போ கொண்டாடுறாங்கன்னா ஜூலை 29. புலி வாழும் வனம் வளமான வனம். ஏன் இப்படி சொல்கிறாங்கன்னா, அந்த புலி வாழற காட்டில் நீரோ அல்லது வேறு ஏதாச்சும் அதுக்கு வாழறதுக்கு தகுதியான சூழ்நிலை இல்லைன்னா அந்த இடத்துலேருந்து வேறு இடத்துக்கு புலி போயிடுமா, மைக்ரேட் ஆகிட்டு போயிடுமா. அதே மாதிரி புலி தன்னை ரொம்ப சுத்தமாக வைத்துக்கொள்ளுமா. ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு மானை வேட்டையாடிச்சுன்னா அது வேட்டையாடினதுக்கு அப்புறமா அது போயிட்டு நீர்நிலைக்கு போயிட்டு ஆறோ குளமோ எங்கேயாச்சும் போயிட்டு தன்னை சுத்தப்படுத்திக்குமா. அனிமல் பிளானட்டில் கேண்டிடிஸா என்ன சொல்கிறாருன்னா, வெளி தோற்றத்துக்கு மிரட்டும் விதமாகவும் அச்சுறுத்தும் ஆற்றல் உடையதாகவும் புலி தோன்றினாலும் அகத்தில் மனசில் ரொம்ப அமைதியாக இருக்குமா, கூரிய சிந்தனை மற்றும் முடிவெடுக்கும் திறனுடையதாக இருக்குமா. அதே மாதிரி ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு சண்டை நடந்துச்சுன்னா, ஒரு அனிமலுக்கும் இல்லை புலிக்கும் சண்டை நடந்துச்சுன்னா அந்த சண்டை போடுறதுக்கு முன்னாடி இது நமக்கு தேவையா இல்லையா, இந்த சுச்சுவேஷனை நம்மளால் ஜெயிக்க முடியுமா இல்லையா அப்படின்னு கணிச்சிட்டு தான் அடுத்த ஸ்டெப்பை எடுத்து வைக்குமா. அந்த சண்டையே தேவையா இல்லையான்னு முடிவு பண்ணிட்டு தான் அந்த அனிமல் கூடவே அந்த புலி சண்டை போடுமா. அப்போ சூழ்நிலையில் நல்லா புரிந்து கொள்ளுமா. லாஸ்ட் என்ன விஷயம்னா, இந்த புலிகள் மேலே இருக்க கோடுகள் எல்லாமே தனித்தன்மை வாய்ந்ததாக இருக்குமா. ஒவ்வொரு புலிக்கும் இன்னொரு புலிக்கும் இந்த கோடுகள் ஒரே மாதிரியான கோடுகளாக இருக்காது. எப்படி நம்ம கைவிரலில் இந்த டிஎன்ஏ ஃபிங்கர் பிரிண்டிங் ஒரு மனுஷனுக்கும் இன்னொரு மனுஷனுக்கும் வித்தியாசமாக இருக்கோ, அதே மாதிரி தான் புலிகள் மேலே இருக்க கோடுகள் ஒவ்வொரு புலிக்கும் வேறுபடுமா. அதே மாதிரி இந்த கோடுகள் இந்த புலியோட ஸ்கின்னை மட்டும் இல்லாமல் அதோட மசில்ஸில் கூட அந்த கோடுகள் தெளிவாக தெரியுமா. நம்ம புலிக்கிட்டேருந்து அப்போ என்னென்ன கேரக்டர்ஸ் நம்ம கற்றுக்கலாம். புலி எப்பயுமே கூரிய சிந்தனை மற்றும் முடிவெடுக்கும் திறன். நம்ம எப்பயுமே ஒரு வேலையை செஞ்சோம்னா எடுத்தான் கவுத்தன்னு செய்யாமல் அதுக்கான பிளானிங் கண்டிப்பாக செய்யணும். இப்போ நான் 11th படிக்க வரோம்னா நம்ம என்ன படிக்க போகிறோம், எப்படி படிக்க போகிறோன்னு சொல்லிவிட்டு நம்ம ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணி பிளான் போட்டுட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் படிக்கணும். அந்த சூழ்நிலையிலே நல்லா புரிந்து கொள்ளணும். அதே மாதிரி புலி வாழும் வனம் பலமான வனம். இப்போ நம்மக்கிட்ட நிறைய குறைகள் இருக்கலாம். நம்ம கோவப்படலாம், இல்லை வெறுப்பாக இருக்கலாம், இல்லை சகிப்புத்தன்மை இல்லாமல் இருக்கலாம், இல்லை அன்பு இல்லாமல் இருக்கலாம். அப்போ அந்த மாதிரியான கேரக்டர்ஸ் எல்லாம் விட்டுட்டு நம்ம நல்ல நிலைகளுக்கு நாம் போகணும். அதுதான் புலி வாழும் வனம் வளமான வனம். அதே மாதிரி இந்த புலிகள் கோடுகள் மேலே எப்படி ஒரு தனித்தன்மையான கோடுகள் இருக்கோ, அதே மாதிரி கடவுள் நம்மளை படைக்கும் போதும் ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கும் ஒவ்வொரு தனித்தன்மையோடு தான் படைத்தார். அந்த தனித்தன்மையோடவே எப்போவே நம்ம வாழ்வோம், வாழ்க்கையில் வெல்வோம். We are going to see the topic Kingdom Animalia. So this Kingdom Animalia, it comprises millions of species. It comprises millions of species. Nariya animals irko. So here, this to identify this animals, we need classification. So what is a classification? That is identification of the organism, then a description about the organism, then a naming of the organism, that is called as a nomenclature. So in the Animalia, millions of species are there. So these species are yet to be identified, discovered and catalogued. So this Kingdom Animalia, it includes 3 characters. First one, it is a multicellular. So what is a multicellular? Organism made up of many cells, that is called as a multicellular. Then it is a eukaryotic. Karyo means what? Nucleus. So if the nucleus is bounded by the membrane, if the nucleus is bounded by the membrane, that is called as what? Eukaryotic. Eu means what? True. Karyo means what? Nucleus. Then it is a heteromorphic. Hetero means what? Different. So if the organism depend upon other organism for food, then it is called as what? Heteromorphic. So there are 35 phylums are there. Out of these 35 phylums, 11 are considered as a major phylum. Next we learn about the levels of organization. There are three levels are there. First one is a cellular level of organization. Then the second one is a tissue level of organization. Then third one is a organ system level of organization. So here in the cellular level of organization, before we see the levels of organization, what are the levels of organization? First one is atoms. So this atoms, it combines to form as a molecules. Then this molecules combines to form as a cells. Then this cells combines to form as a tissue. Then tissues combines to form as a organ. This organ combines to form as a organ system. Then this organ system combines to form as a organism. For example, if it is a single cell, ஒரே ஒரு cell, அப்போ இந்த எல்லா செல்லுமே சேர்ந்து என்னவா மாறுனா tissues-ஆ மாறும். The cells combine to form as a tissues. இந்த tissues எல்லாமே சேர்ந்து என்னவா மாறுனா organ. For example, you take the digestive system. Cells combines to form as a tissue combines to form as a organ. அப்போ இந்த ஒரே ஒரு செல்லு combine பண்ணி என்னவா மாறும் tissues. Cells combine to form as a tissues. இந்த tissues எல்லாம் combine to form as a organ. அப்போ இந்த எல்லா tissuesமே சேர்ந்து என்னவா உருவாக்குனா organ உருவாக்கும். For example, stomach. Okay. Then a stomach is made up of what type of muscle? It is made up of smooth muscle. The tissues combine to form as a organ. In the organ combine to form as a organ system. Example, digestive system. For digestive system, first enna varum? Mouth, then esophagus, then stomach, then stomach is into duodenum, then small intestine, then large intestine, then anus. So here the organ system combines to form as a complete organism. That is the respiratory system, digestive system, excretory system, reproductive system. All the organ system combines to form as a organism. So this is the levels of organization. The cells combine to form as a tissue combine to form as a organ combine to form as a organ system, and organ system combine to form as a organism. So next we will learn about the cellular level of organization. Cellular level of organization. That here each cell performs the function. Here example is a sponges. The cells do not combine to form as a tissue. அப்போ செல்லு சேர்ந்து tissues-ஆ மாறாது. அப்போ ஒவ்வொரு செல்லுமே it performs a different function. The cells are loosely arranged to perform a function. So here the cells are, in the cells there is a division of labor is seen. So what is a division of labor? வேலையை தனித்தனியா பகிர்ந்து வேலை செய்யும். Here the cells are loosely arranged. Each cell performs the function. So in the sponges there are two type of cells are there. First one is a pinacocytes. So this pinacocytes, it is cells seen in the outer region of the sponges. The next cell is a choanocytes. So these cells are seen in the inner region of the sponges. It's a 3-mark question. Differentiate between the pinacocytes and the choanocytes. So in the pinacocytes, so where you can see the pinacocytes outer. So choanocytes, you can see the cells in the inner region of the sponges. So here the pinacocytes are the outer cell. Then what about the choanocytes? These choanocytes are the inner cells. And here these cells are plate-like cells. Here the cells are plate-like cells. And here these cells are flagellated. Here the cells are flagellated and collar-like cells. Then what is the function of the pinacocytes? It helps to maintain the size and structure. It helps to maintain the size and the structure. Then this choanocytes, it helps to regulate the water flow inside the sponges. It helps to regulate the water flow inside the sponges, and it helps in the respiratory and digestive in function. It's a 3-mark question. What is the difference between the pinacocytes and choanocytes? So where you can see the pinacocytes, outer region of the sponges. These choanocytes are seen in the inner region of the sponges. These pinacocytes are plate-like cells. These choanocytes are the flagellator. This pinacocytes, it helps to maintain the size and the structure. This choanocytes, it helps to regulate the water flow inside the sponges. The sponges irundhuchuna idukulla thanni flow பண்றதுக்கு எந்த cells use ஆகும்? Choanocytes. And it may helps to maintain the respiration and digestive function. Then next we learn about the tissue level of organization. So what is the tissue? The cells which are similar in function. The cells which are similar in function combine to form as a tissue. So here this tissue performs the function. The cells which are similar in function coordinates to do the work that is called as a tissue level of organization. Then here it leads to the diploblastic, and here this development of the tissue, it leads to the evolution of the mesoderms, which are highly complicated. Then next we learn about the organ system or organ level of organization. Organ level of organization. Here, these tissues combine to form as a what? Combine to form as a organ. For example, the tissues in the stomach, that is a smooth muscular tissues which forms as a stomach. So here, it forms as a organ. So here, the development of the organ system which leads to the complex development, that is from the simple to the complex. So there are three levels of organization. First one is a cellular, then a second one is a tissue level, and third one is a organ level of organization. So what is a cellular level of organization? Each cell performs the function. What is a tissue level of organization? The cells which are similar in function combine to form as a tissue. Then tissues which are together, which are the sensory and the nerve cells, coordinate to form the function. It forms as a organ. So in the organ level of organization, the first example we see is a platyhelminthes. Platy means what? Flat. Helminthes means what? Worms. That is a platforms. In Tamil it is called as a nada puru, or else it is called as a tapeworm. So in the platyhelminthes there is only one opening. There is only one opening for the mouth as well as for the anus. There is only one opening for the mouth and the anus. That is called as a incomplete digestive system. That is called as a incomplete digestive system. Then complete digestive system, there are two openings. There are two openings for mouth as well as for the anus. So this is called as a complete digestive system. This is called as a complete digestive system. Two more questions. Differentiate the open digestive system and the incomplete digestive system and the complete digestive system. So what is an incomplete digestive system? If there is only one opening for mouth and anus, ஒரே ஒரு ஓட்ட வழியாவே ஒரே ஒரு ஓப்பனிங் வழியாவே this opening itself it acts as a mouth, வாயாவும் at the same time it acts as an anus. That is called as a incomplete digestive system. There are two openings. One act as a mouth, then another one act as a anus. So that is called as a complete digestive system. In the same way, there is a open circulatory system and a closed circulatory system. So open means what? There is no blood capillaries. So what are the blood capillaries? Arteries, veins and capillaries. You know the arteries always carries the oxygenated blood except the pulmonary artery. So here in the open circulatory system there is no blood capillaries. All the blood bathed in the tissues. That is tissues are filled with the blood. That is called as a open circulatory system. In the closed circulatory system, there is a blood vessels are present in the closed circulatory system. Blood vessels are present. So this blood vessels carry the blood to the organs. அப்போ இந்த blood vessel மூலமா blood எல்லா organsக்கும் போச்சுனா that is called as a closed circulatory system. இந்த open circulatory system என்ன இருக்காதுன்னா blood vessel இருக்காது. இப்போ ஒரு organ இருந்துச்சுனா அந்த organ it is fully bathed or else it is fully filled with the blood. So that is called as a open circulatory system, and closed circulatory system means the blood vessels are present. Through these blood vessels the blood is flows into the organs. Then next we learn about the diploblastic. Di means what? Two. If the tissues and organs during the embryonic development, if the tissues and organs are originated or developed from the two germ layers. So what are the two germ layers? Ectoderm and endoderm. Ectoderm and endoderm. That is called as a diploblastic. Di means what? Two. There are two germ layers are present. One is a ectoderm and second one is a endoderm. So this ectoderm give rise to the nail, neuron, outer region. This endo means what? Inside. It give rise to the gut, liver and lungs. Then what is a triploblastic? Tri means what? Three. So if the tissues and organs develop from the three germ layers. So what are the three germ layers? Ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. If there are three germ layers are present, then it is known as what? Triploblastic. Ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. If there are two germ layers are present, then it is known as what? Diploblastic. That is ectoderm and endoderm. Then next we learn about the symmetry. Symmetry means what? Arrangement of the body parts. That is, if we cut the organism, ஒரு organism divide பண்ணா cut பண்ணா ரெண்டு பார்ட்ஸ்மே ஈக்குவலா இருக்கணும். Both the parts opposite each other should be identical. That is called as a symmetry. So first one is asymmetrical. Asymmetry means what? A always stands for absence. அப்ப இந்த organisms cut பண்ணா நம்மளால parts வந்து ஈக்குவலா இருக்கவே முடியாது. So that is called as a asymmetry. Example, sponges. Can you understand? So what do you mean by symmetry? The arrangement of the body parts. ஒரு organisms cut பண்ணா ரெண்டு opposite இருக்க partsமே ஈக்குவலா இருந்துச்சுனா that is called as a symmetry. So first one is an asymmetry, that is absence of symmetry. A always stands for absence. So there is no equal parts. When you cut the organism, you cannot able to get the equal parts. That is called as a asymmetry. Then the next one is a bilateral symmetry. Next one is a bilateral symmetry. Bi means what? Two. If you cut the organism through the central axis, this word is very very important. If you cut the organism through the central axis, if you get two equal parts, then it is called as a bilateral symmetry. Then third one is a radial symmetry. Radial means what? Circular. If you cut the organism in any axis, எந்த பக்கத்துல இருந்து கட் பண்ணாலும் ஈக்குவலா பார்ட்ஸ் கட்டுச்சுனா that is called as a radial symmetry. Then fourth one is an pentamerous radial symmetry. Penta means what? Five. Like in the starfish, you can able to get the equal parts. That is a 5 equal parts. That is called as a pentamerous radial symmetry. Then the last one is a biradial symmetry. So it is a combination of bilateral symmetry and the radial symmetry. That is, we can able to cut the organism in the longitudinal axis as well as in the sagittal axis, or the longitudinal or the sagittal or the transverse axis. If we get equal parts, then it is called as a biradial symmetry. So what is a symmetry? The arrangement of the body parts. ஒரு organisms cut பண்ணா ரெண்டு oppositeல இருக்கிற partsமே ஈக்குவலா இருந்துச்சுனா that is called as a symmetry. So first one is an asymmetry. A always stands for what? Absence. அப்போ ஆர்கனிசம் கட் பண்ணா ரெண்டு ஈக்குவல் பார்ட்ஸ் கிடைக்கலனா that is called as a asymmetry. Bilateral means if we cut the organism through the central axis, நடுவுல வெட்டும்போது ரெண்டு ஈக்குவல் பார்ட்ஸ் கிடைச்சுனா bilateral symmetry. What is a radial symmetry? If we cut the organism through the any plane, எந்த பக்கத்துல கட் பண்ணாலும் ஈக்குவலா பார்ட்ஸ் கிடைச்சுனா radial symmetry. Then what is a pentamerous radial symmetry? Penta means 5. Example starfish. அப்போ central axis la or else in the radial plane, if we cut the organism, if we get equal parts, then it is called as a pentamerous radial symmetry. Then what is a biradial symmetry? It is a combination of bilateral symmetry as well as the radial symmetry. We can able to cut the organism through the longitudinal axis or else through the transverse axis. Horizontal cut பண்ணலாம், vertical cut பண்ணலாம். Next we learn about the coelom. So what is the coelom? The space between the body wall and the digestive tract. The space between the body wall and the digestive tract, that is called as a coelom. So this is the body wall and this is the digestive system. So this empty space, so this space, it is called as a coelom. This space is called as a coelom. So what is a coelom? The space between the body wall and the digestive tract, that is called as a coelom. There are three types of coelom. First one is a acoelom. So A always stands for what? Absence. So there is no body space. So it is seen in the platyhelminthes. That is, it is seen in the tapeworm. There is no body space is seen. Then the next one is a pseudocoelom. So pseudo always stands for what? Pseudo means what? False. That is, here in the space, in the body space, it is formed of the mesodermal pouches. Here, so this is a digestive system and this is a body wall. So here the mesoderm is formed as a pouches, that is called as a pseudocoelom. The last one is a eucoelom. U always stands for true. U always stands for true. Here, this body cavity is truly lined by the mesoderm. Truly lined by the mesoderm. This lining of the mesoderm, it is called as a peritoneum. It is called as a peritoneum. The space between the body wall and the digestive tract, this space is called as a coelom. If there is no space, then it is called as a acoelom. If it is formed of the mesodermal pouches, it is called as a pseudocoelom. Then it is truly lined by the mesoderm, it is called as a eucoelom. Again, this eucoelom is a 3-mark question. Is classified into schizocoelomate and enterocoelomate. 3-mark question. Differentiate between the schizocoelomate and the enterocoelomate. So if the body cavity is formed by the splitting of mesoderm, if the body cavity is formed by the splitting of mesoderm, அங்கங்க patches மாறிச்சுனா, that is called as a schizocoelomate. So here this body cavity is formed by the splitting of the archenteron. That is, the mesoderm is formed as a pouches. The mesoderm formed as a pouches from the archenteron. This archenteron is nothing but the gut. That is from the alimentary canal or else from the digestive system. Here, if the schizocoelomate, it is formed by the splitting of mesoderm. That is called as a schizocoelomate. Enterocoelomate, the mesodermal pouches formed from the archenteron. Archenteron and the mesoderm uruvachi and the space fill பண்ணிச்சா, that is called as a enterocoelomate. It's a 3-mark question. Differentiate between the schizocoelomate and the eucoelomate. Enterocoelomate. What is a schizocoelomate? The body cavity is formed by the splitting of the mesoderm. Here the body cavity is formed from the mesodermal pouches of the archenteron. Archenteron is nothing but the gut cavity or the digestive system or the stomach or the alimentary canal. Then next we learn about the segmentation. Segmentation means both externally. Externally means what? Outside. Outer. Then internally, inside. You can see the repeated unit of divisions. You can see the repeated unit of divisions. both externally as well as internally. ஒரு organismsல அதோட bodyல கோடா அத segment part by part பிரிச்சு இருந்துச்சுன்னா that is called as a segmentation. The repeated unit of segmentation that is called as a metamerism. That is called as a metamerism. So what is a segmentation? Both externally as well as internally, if the body is divided by into the segments, தனித்தனியா மாதிரி பிரிச்சு இருந்துச்சுன்னா that is called as a segmentation. The repeated unit of segmentation it is called as a metamerism. Then next we learn about the notochord. Then this notochord, it is originated from the mesoderm. It is originated from the mesoderm. This notochord is a small rod-like structure. It is a small rod-like structure. So this notochord is present in the all the stages of the organism. Then it forms as a cardiac. So what is a notochord? The notochord is a rod-like structure. It is originated from the mesoderm. If it present in the all the stages of the organism, that is called as a chordates. Then here this chordate is classified into three types. First one is a hemichordata. Then second one is a urochordata. Then third one is a cephalochordata. Hemi means what? Half. If the notochord is present in the half of the organism, half of its body, that is called as a hemi. Uro means what? Tail. The notochord is present in the tail region, that is called as a urochordata. Cephalo means what? Head. The notochord is present in the head region, that is called as a cephalochordates. So what is a notochord? The notochord is a rod-like structure. It is originated from the mesoderm. The notochord is present in the throughout the life of the organism. Then it is called as a chordates. So the chordate it is of three types: hemichordata, urochordata, and cephalochordata. Hemi means what? Half. So the notochord is present in the half of its body, that is called as a hemichordata. Example, Balanoglossus. Then a urochordata. Uro means what? Tail. The notochord is present in the tail region, that is called as a urochordata. Cephalo means what? Head. The notochord is present in the head region, and it is called as a cephalochordata. Next we will see about the animal kingdom. So this animal kingdom again it is classified into parazoa and eumetazoa. Zoa means what? Animal. Para means what? Primitively formed. Then eu means what? True. Here this parazoa, example, sponges. Here it is a multicellular. The cells are loosely arranged and there is no formation of the tissues. So each cell performs the function. Then eumetazoa, here it is a multicellular. Then here it cells forms as a tissues. The tissues with the help of the sensory and the nerve cells coordinate to do the function. Again this eumetazoa is classified into radiata, that is a radial symmetry, then as well as the bilateral. Then again this bilateral it is classified into two types. One is a prostomia. Then a second one is a deuterostomia. Stomia means what? Mouth. Stomia means what? Mouth. Pro means what? First. Then deutero means what? Secondary. Deutero means what? Secondary. Stomia means what? Mouth. See here, in the prostomia, if the blastophore is an opening formed during the embryonic development. If the blastophore develops into the mouth, that is called as a prostomia. Then what is a deuterostomia? If the blastophore develops into the anus, that is called as a deuterostomia, and a mouth is formed far away from the anus. So if the blastopore develops into the mouth, it is called as a prostomia. If the blastopore develops into the anus, it is called as a deuterostomia. So this class we learned about the levels of organization, cellular level of organization. Each cell performs a function. Then a tissue level of organization. The cells group together to form as a tissue. The tissue coordinates with the sensory and nerve cells to perform the function. Then a tissue forms as a organ. So the levels of organization, cellular level of organization, tissue level of organization and the organ level of organization. Then in the organ level of organization, incomplete digestive system and complete digestive system. Incomplete digestive system, if there is only one opening for both and anus as well as for the mouth, that is called as incomplete digestive system. Then a complete digestive system, there are two openings for mouth as well as for the anus, that is called as a complete digestive system. Then a open circulatory system, there is no blood vessel to carry the blood. So all the tissues are filled with the blood, that is called as a open circulatory system. In the closed circulatory system, there is a blood vessel to carry the blood. Then a diploblastic, di means what? 2. There are 2 germ layers, ectoderm and endoderm. Tri means what? 3. There are 3 germ layers, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. Then a symmetry, the arrangement of the body parts. If we cut the organism on both the opposite sides should be equal, that is called as a symmetry. Then there is a asymmetry, absence of symmetry. Then a bilateral symmetry. If we cut the organism through the central axis, if we get equal parts, that is called as a bilateral symmetry. If we cut the organism through any plane, if we get equal parts, that is called as a radial symmetry. Then a biradial symmetry, it is a combination of bilateral symmetry and radial symmetry. Then a pentamerous, it is a 5 radial symmetry. Then a coelom, the space between the body wall and the digestive tract, that is called as a coelom. Acoelom, absence of coelom, pseudocoelom, false coelom. Then a eucoelom, true coelom. Then again this eucoelom is classified into schizocoelomate and enterocoelomate. If the body cavity is formed from the splitting of the mesoderm, that is called as a schizocoelomate. If the body cavity is formed by the mesodermal pouches of archenteron, that is from the gut, that is called as a enterocoelomate. Then a segmentation externally and internally, if the body is divided into units, each segment repeated lines of division, that is called as a segmentation. This notochord is a rod-like structure originated from the mesoderm. If the notochord is present throughout the life, then it forms as a chordata. Then again this Parazoa, animal kingdom is classified into Parazoa and Eumetazoa. Again this Eumetazoa is classified into Prostomia and Deuterostomia. If the blastopore, it develops into the mouth, that is called as a prostomia. If the blastopore develops into the anus, that is called as a deuterostomia. Thank you, children. We just overview the kingdom Animalia. First, we see the levels of organization. Levels of organization என்னது? ஒரு atoms combine together to form as a molecules. இந்த molecules சேர்ந்து என்னவா form ஆகும்? Cells. இந்த cells எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து என்னவா form ஆகும்? Tissues. Tissues எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து என்னவா form ஆகும்? Organ. இந்த organ எல்லாம் ஒண்ணா சேர்ந்து என்னவா form ஆகும்? Organ system. இந்த organ system எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து என்னவா form ஆகும்? Organism. Then in the levels of organization, the first one is an cellular level of organization. Cellular level of organization na each cell performs the function. அதாச்சும் ஒவ்வொரு செல்லும் அதோட வேலையை செய்யும். They cannot able to form as a tissue. Example, sponges. Then a second one, in the sponges, there are two type of cells are there. One is an pinacocytes and second one is an choanocytes. Pinacocytes எங்க இருக்கும்? Outside of the sponges. Choanocytes na inner side of the sponges. In the pinacocytes, it looks like a plate-like cells. Choanocytes வந்து flagellated collar-like cells. In the pinacocytes oda function என்னன்னா to maintain the structure and the size of the sponges. Choanocytes oda function என்னன்னா to regulate the water flow inside the sponges. Then a tissue level of organization. Tissue level of organization என்னது? The cells group together to form as a tissues. Example, Hydra. Then organ level of organization, that is the tissues combine together to form as a organ. Example, platyhelminthes. Then what is an organ system level of organization? The organs combine together to form as an organ system. Example, flatworms. Flatworms na Tamil என்னது நாடாப்புழு. Then nematodes. Nematodes na உருளைப்புழு. Then annelids. Example, earthworm. Then arthropods. Arthropods na arthro na jointed. Pods na என்னது legs. அப்போ எதோட legs எல்லாம் joints இருக்கோ அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன arthropoda. Example, cockroach, insects. Then crab, நண்டு, பூரா, millipede, centipede, all these are example for the arthropods. Then a mollusca, if the body is covered by the shell, ஓடு நத்த ஓடு இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன mollusca. If the body is covered by the shell, it comes under the mollusca. Example, snail. Then echinoderms, if the body is covered by the spicules or the spines, முள்ளு முள்ளாக இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதுக்கு echinoderms. Then chordates. Then incomplete digest system. இப்போ ஒரே ஒரு ஓப்பனிங், இந்த ஒரே ஒரு ஓப்பனிங் இஃப் இட் ஆக்ட் அஸ் அ மவுத் அண்ட் ஏனஸ், இந்த ஒரு ஓப்பனிங்கே மவுத்தாகவும் ஏனஸாகவும் இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன இன்கம்ப்ளீட் டைஜஸ்டிவ் சிஸ்டம். எக்ஸாம்பிள், platyhelminthes. Then complete digest system, there are two openings, one for mouth and one for the anus. That is example, Ascalminthes to chordates. Ascalminthes na another roundworms, உருளைப்புழு. Then a circulatory system, open type and the closed type. Open type na blood vessels இருக்காது. அப்போ எல்லா ஆர்கான்ஸுமே it is filled with the blood. Example, arthropods, mollusca and echinoderms and urochordates. Then a closed type of circulatory system, அதாச்சும் blood vessels இருக்கும். The blood flows inside the blood vessels. Example, annelids, earthworm, cephalochordates, balanoglasses. Then diploblastic. Diploblastic na the tissues and organs formed from the germinal layers. Dina another two. Upper, if the germinal layers, it is formed from the two germ layers, ectoderm and endoderm. Ectoderm another outer, endoderm na inner. So this ectoderm give rise to the epidermis and endoderm give rise to the gastrodermis. Example, corals, kadar panchi, jellyfish, nungumin, then a sea anemone. Then a triploblastic, trina another three. It is formed of three germ layers, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. In the ectoderm enna kudukana skin, hair, neuron, nail and teeth. This endoderm give rise to the gut, alimentary canal, liver and lungs. Then mesoderm give rise to the muscles, bone and heart. So dina another two. If it is formed of two germ layers, ectoderm and endoderm, that is called as a diploblastic. If it is formed of three germ layers, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, it is called as a triploblastic. Then a symmetry, the arrangement of the body parts, it is called as a symmetry. That is, ஒரு organisms நம்ம கட் பண்ணால் if it give rise to the two equal sides, opposite sides are identical or equal, that is called as a symmetry. First one is an asymmetry. Asymmetry means, that is A stands for absence. நம்ம அந்த ஆர்கனிசமை கட் பண்ணால் நமக்கு ரெண்டு ஈக்குவல் பார்ட்ஸ் கிடைக்காது. அப்படி கிடைக்காம இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன asymmetrical. Example, sponges and snails. Then bilateral symmetryனா ஆர்கனிசமை சென்ட்ரல் ஆக்சிஸாக நடுவில் கட் பண்ணால் ரெண்டு ஈக்குவல் பார்ட்ஸ் கட்டிச்சுன்னா that is called as a bilateral symmetry. Example, insects. Then a radial symmetry na, if you cut the organism in any plane, எந்த டைரக்ஷனில் கட் பண்ணாலும் ஈக்குவல் பார்ட்ஸ் கட்டிச்சுன்னா that is called as a radial symmetry. Example, sea anemone and corals. Then a pentamerous radial symmetry, pentana another 5. So if you cut the organism at any plane, if you get 5 equal parts, that is called as a pentamerous radial symmetry. Example, starfish. Then a biradially symmetrical, it is a combination of both radial as well as the bilateral symmetry. Example, Ctenophora. For example, comb jelly. Then a coelom. What is a coelom? The space between the body wall and the digestive tract, that is called as a coelom. Then A always stands for absence. Acoelom, example, flatworms. Pseudocoelom. Pseudo always stands for false. Pseudo means false. Pseudocoelom, example, roundworms. Then a eucoelom, example, annelids. U means what? True. So there are three types of coelom: acoelom, pseudocoelom and eucoelom. A another absent, pseudo another false, U another true. So acoelom example flatworms, pseudocoelom example roundworms, then eucoelom example annelids. Then again this eucoelom is classified into two types. One is an schizocoelamate and second one is an enterocoelamate. So what is a schizocoelamate? If the body cavity is formed by the splitting of mesoderm, it is called as a schizocoelamate. What is an enterocoelamate? If the body cavity is formed by the mesodermal pouches of the archenteron, that is a gut cavity, that is called as a enterocoelamate. Then again this schizocoelamate example annelids, arthropods and mollusks. Then enterocoelamate example echinoderms and hemichordates. Then next one is a segmentation. What is a segmentation? Internally and externally, if the body is divided into repeated units, அப்படி இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன? செக்மெண்டேஷன். அனலிட்ஸில் எக்ஸாம்பிள் எர்த்வார்ம். இந்த எர்த்வார்மில் உள்புறமும் வெளிப்புறமும் நிறைய கோடுகள் இருக்கும். செக்மெண்டேஷன், இந்த பாடியை டிவிஷனாக இருக்கும், டிவைட் ஆகிருக்கும். தட் இஸ் கால்ட் ஆஸ் அ செக்மெண்டேஷன். Then the next one is a notochord. So notochord is a rod-like structure and mesodermal in origin. So if the animal possesses notochord at any stages of the development, it is called as a chordates. Based on the presence or absence of notochord, it is classified into chordates and non-chordates. Non-chordates example Porifera. Then chordates example Cephalochordata and Urochordata. What is a cephalochordata? If notochord is present in the head region, it is called as a Cephalochordata. If notochord is present in the tail region, it is called as a Urochordata. Thank you, children.